So now we have Villie Sinisalo, which is the business developer of Minna Learn, and Minna Learn is online learning for the future of work. So is rethinking how we are going to provide education and training in order to anticipate and to build up new competencies and new way to interact. So thank you, Villie, for being here.
Absolutely, thank you. It's really great to be here. Thank you for the invitation, definitely.
Yes, and I had the chance to meet Villie in Helsinki twice, because once it was your presentation in Reactor, and then it was by the new headquarters of Minna Learn, and it was talking about also the collaboration about this. So please, since your presentation is about Minna Learn and the future of education, so is really looking at tomorrow, and please, we can have a little check, the usual little check of a presentation, if you can share it.
Yeah, definitely. I will share my screen here, and I think I need to share the whole browser. There we go, and start the slide screen. So it should be full screen now.
Thank you.
Awesome. So yeah, I gathered a few slides and thought I would be kind of like talking about kind of like how to thrive in the future, and what we have learned at Minna Learn, kind of like what are the stepping stones for every organization that would need to close down the digital skills gap or learn new things on working together and so forth. So just a short introduction to Minna Learn itself. We think ourselves kind of like pioneers of online learning. We haven't been the first ones around, but we think that we can bring always a new insight for everything that we do. We started with elements of AI, as was mentioned before. We thought how to change basically the venue and the method of MOOCs, so massive online courses. We thought more kind of like a user first. We wanted to ditch the lecture theater, so just kind of like recorded lectures that you used to have, and everything kind of like that we thought to be worth of experimenting came together with elements of AI, and it has really been a huge phenomenon since. We like to kind of like nowadays we like to combine like online materials with human interaction. We really believe kind of like that it enhances the learning and definitely translates to a better results at work. So meaning that you get much more concreteness out of your learning. And most of all, we try to distill kind of like these complex, sometimes complex subjects to approachable and accessible online courses and education as a whole, and try to kind of like help the millions of people that need skills in the workforce to learn faster and learn more efficiently while still doing work, or just kind of like a needing to learn something new. Talking about elements of AI and why we are kind of like really confident on our way of thinking and finding new insights, is of course because it's ranked as the #1 computer science online course. So we thought to do things differently, and it really paid off. So this is a rating by all of the MOOC goers, and it's from Class Central, which is the biggest kind of like platform out there for rating these courses. But for the topic of today, kind of like how to keep your organization ready for the future, wanted to share a few insights that we have gathered. So often as companies or organizations come across some sort of technological barrier or try to get some sort of new angle that they're doing, trying to get to a next level. They try to solve the problems by hiring, for example, finding new talent, and kind of like finding, for example, people that understand more about AI and then onboarding them to the organization. It's of course one way to go, but it's not always the most sustainable way to go. So we definitely believe that that education is really the backbone of successful organizations. So upskilling and reskilling the workforce and the employees that you have already in the organization is much more efficient. What we have learned is that people do like MOOCs, online courses. They do like to learn on their own time, and kind of like they always find, as you need a new habit to do the learning, like especially while you are working, you tend to put that habit into use when you are commuting to work or while you are having kind of like some alone time in the evening or in the weekend. So basically everybody's fitting this learning to their own schedules. Like that's the main point what people would like to do. But also people do like to be around other humans and learn together. So there's a kind of like a bit of kind of like a two-way street here. So on the other hand, they like to learn alone on online, and on the other hand, they do like to learn in classrooms. But then again, people do believe that quite short sessions, so 20 to 50 minutes, are the most kind of like successful. So they are not able to spend too much of a time concentrating on the learning. So then again, kind of like, at least from that insight, we don't believe kind of like this full day courses that you sit on a chair for the full day having some coffees in between, but just to try to kind of like get the education during and build the habit that you learn during your work day or like during your other daily life. That's part of the market intelligence that we have gathered from other vendors and other educators out there, but we have done a lot research of our own as well. As mentioned already, kind of like elements of AI, and our platform has a massive amount of learners already, nearly 1 million. So we have analyzed a big bunch of the student data. For example, here you can see a screenshot of the elements of AI course and the funnel, how people go through the exercises and how they kind of like have success in them. So that's a big kind of like an insight factor from to us, kind of like to better understand how the learner works in the online environment. Also, we have done a lot of interviewing. So we have interviewed individual learners that have taken or have started our course or courses. We have interviewed a lot of companies about their needs for the skill set that the employees should have now or in the future. And we have interviewed a lot of thought leaders as well to figure out kind of like the trends and where the world is going to. And we have also participated a lot in the public discourse and we are still doing a lot of policy work. We are, for example, like part of this roundtable consortium for the EU Commission on these topics. But from all of that, we have distilled basically our new approach or our method that we see that would be the best solution to kind of like solve the problems, especially on the corporate learning. So already kind of like people that are in the workforce. So this is meant more from that angle. So as we see that classroom trainings are high at cost, and there's a large management overhead, and they do deliver big chunks of knowledge, but it's kind of like away from the actual work, and it's impossible to digest it all. And then again, compared to online learning, so finding time, building the habit can be a bit difficult, and online learning gets easily deprioritized when you have like a more prioritized work, or kind of prioritized home life that you need to do. So for what we have done is to put these basically two things together as part of this Minna Learn journey. So basically we are combining self-study, the things that you do online, with this cohort-based around 10 people groups, where you learn by doing, basically. So we are not teaching the people that we are seeing face to face as this type of teacher student method, but we flipped basically the classroom. So basically all of the students are teaching themselves, so we just are there by facilitating these sessions. So basically the learners are doing the work themselves, first at home and then in these meetups, but these meetups keep people in the schedule of learning, and also support peer support, and also the most important thing, those sessions kind of like really emphasize on the concreteness of the learning. So people kind of like put those ideas that they have self-studied into action, kind of like a thinking how these topics, for example, are relevant to my work and my organization. So really taking kind of like things to concrete level, and making the change in the organization. But of course, we really do believe that everything can be taught, for example, within the organization itself. So we have designed our whole product so that anyone can basically facilitate these learning groups where people come together. So we provide the bite-sized content, we provide the online courses, we provide the facilitation handbook manuals for the facilitations, and of course the automatic tools and the data to follow the progress as well. So kind of like it's a full solution on that sense. Just a brief overview of our courses, what we are offering today. We are constantly building new courses. We really do believe on kind of like a curated content. So we really put a lot of emphasis, a lot of effort onto these courses. Like for example, we spent with the elements of AI, we spent nearly a year just making the content of it. We spent 200,000, I think, kind of like on cash just for the one course. And it's a bit of a similar story for rest of the courses as well. We have streamlined a little bit. We know what we are doing, so we tend to use around 6 months per course. So that really means that we put a lot of effort to it, and kind of like we really kind of like want to make sure that it's the most relevant course on that topic that you can really find. How we have like what kind of courses do we have at the moment? Like we have broken these into 4 themes, you might say. We started with elements of AI as said, so AI is a big thing. We believe, and as it's not just our belief, but AI is going to be the kind of the backbone of the future technologies. It's going to be kind of like around everything. So we have started from that kind of like elements of AI, the really introduction, the basics, and there you can like go forward with building AI, start learning a little bit of Python. We have this sector specific AI for built environment, for example, on that sense as well. Then we have the digitalization courses, so basic skills, really basic skills. basic digital skills. That's done together with the EU Commission. We have a few courses on society as a whole, and then we have a bunch of bunch of courses for the future of work. So also really for the organizations and everything in the what should the the future employee kind of like learn. I think I'm not going to go into details about these courses, and I might stop here as I think my slot is ending. But happy to take questions, of course. And Roberta, do you have anything, and do you want to have more insights on some of the courses?
Thank you very much, Villie, for your presentation. Yes, we had the chance to meet, and you did present me all the huge work that is behind this new approach that you are building up day by day, also by releasing new courses. I'm very happy to say that we are now establishing a connection also because we want to collaborate, and G-Gravity will be an entry point to Italy for Minna Learn. So the collaboration with you and it could help us in accelerating, since we are going to launch beginning 2023 our training and education business line. So we are very happy about the collaboration we are starting. And in your opinion, do you think that since also the project was adopted by EU, as you mentioned before, do you really think that since also the market of education, I think there is a projection of about, I don't remember exactly the number, but the edutech environment, the edutech sector is really huge and also well evaluated in billions in the next year. And do you think that there are different projects that are going in this direction? Do you think that EU, since there is and there are many issues about educating people, is doing in the right way, or what is missing anyway?
Yeah, that's a discussion that we have had, like I have been having quite a lot, like with the Commission also, kind of like what are the ways that the EU should take policy, for example, and of course it's not just about the EU. It is of course a lot about the member states as well. On that sense, we do believe, and we really walk the walk. Also, what I'm saying, so we do believe that the basic courses, the basic skills, should be available for everybody. So for like for example, all of the basic skills courses that we have are free of people to take, and most of those are translated in bunch of languages. And we believe that the access should be equal, so to say. So you don't have to learn a language first before you can take the course, but you can take it on your mother tongue, because like the basic digital skills are definitely something that everyone needs to learn for the future.
Yes, because granted, equality is really providing all the people the right tool for their life, for understanding the world, because we are living in a very complicated world outside, and sometimes it's difficult because we are using technologies in some ways, especially the wide population, but without really some critical elements and the ability to understand what's going on there, because we see, for example, what about this cyberbullying or many things that are happening on the technology. The technology in itself is neutral, so it is not good or bad, but it's the way we are using it, and also the way people use it with consciousness, I mean, and not just because it's available. So I think it is really a great approach what you are doing, and I'm very happy to start collaborating with you.